Hey guys, stick around. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We are back on the road in American Truck Sim to do some more deliveries. I already have one set up here, and we're going to get started with it fairly quickly. But I got some big news regarding something. If you've been keeping an eye on my 4-Man Updates channel in the Discord, you'll know exactly what's happening. But I'm getting a hi-fi. I'm going to explain more here in just a little bit, so stick around. Getting started here in about 2.5 minutes. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. So, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to American Truck Sim. It has been a little bit since the last American Truck Sim stream, but a few days at least. I didn't stream yesterday because I wanted to take a little day off from doing the stream here, and we had that 5M stream there as well on Sunday. So, or not Sunday, it was Saturday that I did that stream. Because Sunday I had my friend over, and we were watching the NASCAR race, which, by the way, you guys really didn't miss much. A couple major wrecks there at the start, but other than that, it wasn't too intense or crazy or anything like that. So I'm not too worried about missing out on anything there. I don't know when the next NASCAR race is, by the way, so don't ask me. I don't know what track they're going to be at. I know it's going to be next weekend because now from Talladega onwards, the lone NASCAR off week for the Cup Series was Easter weekend. So yeah, Cup Series is running every weekend from now until the end of the season. So there's going to be a lot of racing here for sure. But anyways, so I said we had delivery set up here for this Kenworth T680, this wonderful Kenworth T680 with that Allison 7-speed transmission. I like using these trucks more with that automatic transmission mod now because of the fact that it's just better for me to use them. I prefer to use automatics because they just shift so smoothly, which makes sense. But anyways, I got some big news here to share with you before we get too far into this. So, as you guys know, I found my mom's old collection of cassette tapes, and now I have my dad's old collection of records along with the CDs that I had found out about, and that's how I found the first 2 cassette tapes as well. Well, thanks to this same friend I saw on Sunday, I am getting a micro hi-fi system, stereo system, essentially. And it looks like a stacked unit, but it's really not. It's an all-in-one. But the features it has are really good. It has 2 cassette decks on it. One can record, and then one can just play back, which is fine. It's nice to have 2 decks, so I can play 2 cassettes at the same time. And then, along with that, it also has a CD player, an AM/FM radio, and a record player. So I'm covered for everything there. The one thing I am concerned about, outputs. There are typical speaker connectors on the back of it, on the back of the unit, along with RCAs on the back. Now, the RCAs are labeled up as TV VCR, TV/VCR from the image that I had seen. So, it's hard to find images and like manuals and stuff for the unit that my friend has. So I don't know what to expect really. So we'll have to wait and see. And also, I haven't scheduled my upbeat shows yet because I need to do my upbeat shows here soon because I need to. I'm going out of town on Friday with my dad and probably coming back Sunday. So I want to focus. I want to get those upbeat radio shows done, and hopefully I can get that stereo system before I go out of town. And it's actually before my friend moves away. She's going back up to Canada. So I know for a fact I'm going to be getting it this week. I just don't know when exactly. I've asked her. She says she doesn't know. So I'm at the mercy of whenever she's able to get up here next and get it up to me. So yeah, that's what's going on with that cassette deck and all that. With all that, I'm going to be able to play cassettes, CDs, and records, along with having AM/FM radio. Now, the one thing I am also concerned about is the fact that it might not come with an antenna, though it might. I don't know. I'll have to shoot my friend Kat a message and say, hey, does that thing have a antenna on the back? Because my idea for this unit, before we get started with trucking here, is this. I want to set it up so that way the unit outputs into my Rodecaster on the stereo pair channel 2 and 3. And then I want to be able to take that and output it back out from the Rodecaster and into my modern Edifier S350DB 2.1 speaker system. That does have RCAs, which is great. It's great. I like that. However, the main issue I can foresee with that is if those RCAs are an input into the unit and not an output to go into my Rodecaster, I need to get some speaker cable to RCA converters and then get a second RCA cable to go with it. So that way I can run the system in the way that I am wanting to run it. However, if those RCAs are indeed outputs to go off to some really nice speakers, then all I need to do is just get some RCA cables and I'll be in business with that as well. Because I already got some adapters to go from the 1/4-inch jacks on the back of my Rodecaster that are for the inputs and outputs. And I also have, basically I have what I need in terms of outputs. If that RCA on my on the hi-fi is an output, all I would need is a short RCA cable, like 3 feet should be more than enough. Because 6 foot is a bit overkill, but 3 feet should be more than enough. And I can just output it. I can just plug it in and then output it right back out to my main speakers as well. So that will be great. I'm looking forward to hopefully testing that out here later on this week. And when I get back from being out of town, I do plan on doing making like a fully edited video going over the specs. In order for me to do that though, I would need to source some cassette tapes so I can play some non-copyrighted music, probably from 99 Lives, to showcase the audio quality. I don't have anything from Anders Anger Jensen of his stuff. I don't have any of his stuff, and I don't think he even makes his those non-copyrighted cassettes, so that way I can demonstrate the system. There's no USB input. The system I'm getting is from the late 80s, early 90s, according to Google, of course. Which, by the way, if you guys are curious what system it is the Sanyo GXT 969, which is, again, according to Google, it's a system from late 80s, early 90s, combo AM/FM radio, double cassette, record, and CD player. So it's got, like I said at the intro, it's got, like I said before, it has all the features that I am wanting in a little hi-fi. So I can play back the records, I can play back cassettes, I can play back CDs, and if I wanted to, I could even listen to the radio. And part of the reason why I'm wanting to route it into my Rodecaster as the stereo input and then output it back out to like my speakers or my headphones is so that way, if I wanted to, I could listen to local radio while I'm playing American Truck Sim off camera, or I could listen to the records, I could listen to a cassette, I could listen to a CD. So yeah, I could listen to all of those stuff for sure, which is going to be great. It'll be fantastic to be able to have a system that can play all of those formats that I just mentioned and do a great job of it at the same time as well. I'm very excited to be getting this. Hopefully I get it soon. And when I do, you bet your butt I'll be sending pictures in the Discord for it too. So yeah, with that said, we are in Macon, Georgia. We're heading over to Gadsden, Alabama with some packed lumber. I just picked this up prior to starting the stream about 15 minutes ago. So with that said, let's fire up the wheel cam because yes, we do have the wheel cam. Hello. Hello, everybody. We got the wheel cam. So with that said, let's go ahead and get on the road here. But first and foremost, I do want to quickly slide this over to the right just a tad because we're not really centered that well. But yes, we are good to go. Also, by the way, I'm wearing my Base Kangen shirt. Check this out, guys. Look at that. I'm wearing my Base Kangen shirt. Isn't that cool? I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this Base Kangen shirt. Base Kangen last year was such an amazing event. I might look into going to it again this year, but we will have to see.
Time to hit the road.
So I'm gonna turn that up just a bit so that way you guys can have better audio. So that way the audio is a bit louder. But yeah, we are on the road here. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Like I said, I didn't stream yesterday or Sunday for that matter. Well, because Sunday I had my friend over. And then yesterday I just wanted to chill out.
Turn left.
I really didn't play much games yesterday. I was mostly watching YouTube.
Turn right.
But I figured why not bring back the why not do some streams for you guys here today? Why not do some streams for you guys here today? Ooh, we're on the sidewalk there for a second.
Get ready to turn
Good news
right.
here is we'll be able to get on the highway pretty much instantly.
Turn right.
So yeah, let's hit the highway. Let's get this first delivery done. So, I don't have any specific place I want to go. However, I do want to start making my way back over to the main map. I do want to get back over to the main map.
Right.
And if you guys are interested in why, it's because we have a DLC that we've barely explored yet. We've barely discovered Arkansas. So I want to go see if I can head over that way to like Arkansas and start discovering some of that. But yeah, I do have a couple other DLCs I need to get for ATS, but I need to hold off on spending stuff for a little bit because I may need to get some stuff for that hi-fi once I do end up getting it. There is, like I said, there is a chance I may need to get an adapter to go to from those speaker cables over to my over to the RCA cables to go into my edifier. Because my edifier does not have the same kind of speaker connectors that the main radio unit has. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, when I first saw it, I thought it was a stack system, just because of the way it looked from the front. I thought it looked like a stack system, but it was not a stack system. It's basically an all-in-one designed to look like a stack system. And in a little bit here, I will show you the picture as well, because I do have the picture from my I do have the pictures that my friend did send me, showing me what it was, so that way I know what it was. And yeah, she messaged me Sunday night after she had left, and she was like, "Yeah, I have this cassette player and all of this stuff too." And she was like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, that would be really cool to have." So she knew not to list it, because she's been listing stuff on Facebook Marketplace, so that way she can downsize in preparation for the move. So hopefully she can get it up here to me. Like I said, I am going out of town here on Friday, so there will be no streams from Friday to probably Sunday afternoon. If I'm feeling good enough on Sunday, I will do a stream on Sunday. But for now, I don't want to do a stream. For now, I'm not planning to do a stream on Sunday, because I'll probably be doing some trucking on Sunday, get myself back into being back home and all that kind of fun stuff, and just basically chilling out for the most part. Getting used to that hi-fi, listening to stuff through the hi-fi. I'm looking forward to that hi-fi, if you guys can't tell. Yeah, I'm genuinely looking forward to using that little micro hi-fi system. I don't know. I'm probably not going to use the speakers that come with it, just because look at this. Look at this. You can see it. I got better speakers sitting on my desk right now. Why would I downgrade to some crappy speakers?
Keep right.
Sorry, car, I gotta merge in with you. Like, why would I use the speakers that potentially came with the unit when I can set up some better speakers for, when I can set up my better sounding speakers and speakers that have a dedicated subwoofer to go to use the system with. Now, one thing I am also concerned about with regards to that system is that there's no phono preamp for the record player. But I will test that and make sure, because if I need a phono preamp, I'll add that to my list as well. But I believe it may have a phono preamp built in. I will have to look into that. It's going to be hard for me to figure out without knowing much, without like a manual or something to go off of for the unit. I don't know if the RCAs are for a phono thing. When I've been searching, I've only been able to find one picture of the back of the unit, and all it shows is the power cable, the speaker connectors, and the RCA cables on the back. The RCAs are labeled as TV/VCR, so that leads me to believe that those RCAs are an output only, or an input only, sorry, and not a output to go to powered speakers. But if they are an output to go to powered speakers, that would save me from having to spend as much money. All I would need to get is a cable. But I might also grab a TV antenna as well. There's a couple TV antennas that I've been looking at getting to try out here, see what kind of local channels I can get as well. So I do think that maybe if I do have to get just the RCA cable, I'll get an antenna, like an inexpensive antenna, and then get a RCA, and then get a 5G LTE filter, because I feel like that might also help with getting channels on TVs in my household.
Keep right, and then turn right.
And since I do have an Android phone, I could get a TV antenna that is made for.
Keep right.
I could get a TV antenna that's made for Androids, I can turn my phone into a TV receiver if I absolutely wanted to, and I could potentially use that to see what kind of TV channels I can get through there too. Because that's a neat thing about Android, because Android is free. No, I wouldn't say fully free, but Android is less restrictive than iOS is. So in reality, what I could do is I could get a a box that connects to my phone and use that to watch TV. Now, here's the other thing. If I get an Android tablet, I could basically turn my tablet into a TV and into a TV as well. Even though I could technically use the Spectrum TV app, I do want to use my phone as an antenna as well to see what kind of channels I could get from my phone in the area. Obviously, in my area, I live in a pretty small town, so I'm not going to be able to see. I'm not going to be able to get as many channels, but I don't know. I have some TV antennas on my list that I might look into getting, but I have been spending a lot of money lately. I didn't actually have to spend any money this month because when I got my PS3 back up and running this month, which I still use occasionally,
Keep right, and then exit right.
oh, perfect. I gotta exit right. But yeah, when I did get my PS3 up and running, and which I still use to this day, I needed some new cables, some new charging cables
Get ready to turn
for
left.
that. Oh, geez. I did need some cables for the controllers, and I needed a USB SD card reader as well, because I had also found with my mom, because we were looking for cables, I had also found some cables. I had also found my old camcorder, one of my old camcorders I had growing up as a kid. Actually, I think it was the first camcorder I ever had. But I had that, and then I had also, my mom also found my old Nintendo stuff as well. So that was great. That's been great to see. I'm glad I looked into that. It's been great. It's been fun to get my PS3 back up and running. I will need to flip my inputs around on my TV. My cable box has been, or not cable box, my TV has been weird lately with premium channels
Turn left.
with regards to the frame rate of them. For some reason, the frame rate of those premium channels is lowered unless I switch inputs and then go back to other input and then go back to a different and then go back to that same input. All right, that light's red. So yeah, I got plans. My next Amazon order, it's not going to be too expensive, of course, depending on what antenna I go for. But I am wanting to get a new TV antenna to really test out this TV as well. I don't think I need an amplifier. I think I just need a 5G filter. I think I really just need a 5G filter, because we do have 5G signals and LTE signals in my town, and I feel like that's what's holding back my current antenna from working properly. So I could try that and see if that improves reception from my current antenna, but if not, then I'm just going to need to get a better antenna. But we will certainly see. We will certainly see how things go with that as well. One thing is for sure, I am going to probably need an RCA cable to get the stereo system working with my Rodecaster in the way that I want it to. Because I already have one RCA cable that I'm using to output from my system. I just need one that would go
straight
into it. Hello? Green light? We're so close to getting there. 31 miles left. I mean, I guess... Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess while I'm here, I may as well open up a granola bar and start eating that. But yeah, that's basically where we're at in terms of the hi-fi system. When we finish this delivery, I'll show you the picture that I got from my friend. But yes, I do plan, when I do get that hi-fi, probably next week, I plan on making a video for the first time in a million years, going over what the hi-fi has. So yeah, we're just chilling out here doing this. Now this video that I'm planning to make on this hi-fi, I'm gonna put effort into, trust me. I don't know much about when it came out, because I am probably gonna do some research here and see what I can find out about that hi-fi, so that way I want to do a video in the style of Tech Moan's video, but at the same time, I don't think that would be feasible, just due to the fact that it's it just feels like it would be a bit much for me to go through all that, and I didn't even think I'd be able to find much information about the exact model. But I will figure something out definitely for that. Also, as for SatRP, we did not get promoted in this last cycle. As I stated before, I was involved in a couple reports against me. I got striked for one of them. I don't know what the outcome of the other one was, but I think the strike from that first report is what prevented me from getting the promotion this cycle. So we'll have to wait till the end of May to see if I finally get moved up. But honestly, it's fine. And I think it's also because I really wasn't clocking on that much. There was a point during the month where I took like a week and a half off because of the fact that because there was just so much bad RP on Patrol San Andreas episode, I believe 10. Oh my god, that was on Patrol San Andreas episode 10. If you guys saw that episode, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not it just the RP just was not great whatsoever. It was not great at all. It was not great at all. So I decided I needed some time away, and I gave the server time to improve. I was playing Schedule 1 with Carnes a bunch. And it was just a great time. I've started getting bored of Schedule 1 because it's just getting repetitive at this point. Maybe one day I'll get back into Schedule 1 and I'll start doing my own playthrough on my own game to experience the game fully by myself in the way I want it. But that will be sometime in the future. It'll probably be a Twitch stream series. I don't feel comfortable playing that game on YouTube, even though I have been seeing other people play the game on YouTube. For me personally, I do not feel comfortable playing or streaming the game on YouTube. Twitch is more comfortable because Twitch is meant for games. Like any games can't be streamed on there outside of games that are banned. And I'm sure Twitch has a list of games that are banned. So
it was a nice ride.
all right. Here we go. All right. Oh, crap, wrong way. Let's reverse this trailer in, and then I do want to switch trucks here. We've been rolling in this new Kenworth for a while, but I want to get into something a little bit more classic. Because with this Allison transmission mod, all the default SCS trucks are supported, meaning some of the older trucks that don't come with automatic transmissions, we can put an automatic transmission into and start using those more often too. Like if I go to my truck manager, we have trucks that only come with 18-speed gearboxes, like the International 9900i. That's a truck that only comes with 18 speeds, but I can give it a 7-speed. I can give it the same 7-speed gearbox that I'm running with before, and let me go find exactly what gearbox that is so we can find it. It's the Allison 4700 Deep R. I mean, there's a 4870 Deep R that's meant for more normal cargo, but let me find the Deep R, and it's the one with the 410 ratio, which is this guy right there. Yeah, it's that one right there. I mean, I could try the one with maybe the 355 ratio is a little bit better. Hold on a minute. Let me look at all of these real quick and see. Yeah, that one's the 410. I want to go from the start. I want to see which ones. That one's for normal cargo. So alright, so the longer gear ratios. Oh, here we go. There's one that's more balanced for normal cargo and heavy cargo. Yeah. Yeah, 285s. Yeah, let's try the 285 with this one. And let me get a different color on it, actually. This truck we last used for the Halloween event. Ooh, yeah, let's go with the Horizon. I like the look of that Horizon. I'll get it in the nice darker blue color, though. Oh, wait. Oh, I can get that blue metallic, red oh, man. This is a tough decision. The blue metallic looks so good. I mean, I could just get it in normal silver. Or I could get it in this dark blue. Ooh, yeah. That dark blue looks nice. Dark blue or... No, I like the darker blue. Can I just get a regular custom color? Okay, yes, I can. Yeah, I'll go with that one. And what's the interior looking like on this thing? Oh, yeah, I remember this interior. Yeah, here we go. So I upgraded that truck. That truck is pretty much ready to go. Did I already put the automatic in this one? Yes, I did. Let's try the 390, 410. What was the one I just put in the other truck? I think it was this one. Was it the 247? Let me check real quick. I think it was the 247 I put in that 9900i. Yeah, what was it? Oh, it was the one with... It was the 285. So let me take a screenshot of that real quick. Yeah, because I'm going to put that there because I want to test out... I want to test out that gear ratio too because I feel like that gear ratio is a bit better. That's the only difference between those two is the differential. So I think maybe this differential might actually be a little bit better. The 285. In fact, you know what? Let's go to we'll do one more delivery in this truck because I want to see if that... Is there a service station here in Gadsden? I do not see a, I don't see a repair station. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to go to Rome, which is fine. We can go to Rome. We can get something from Rome. I'm fine with that.
Ready to row.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's go to Rome. We'll get a we'll get that other transmission in there, and I want to do a test with that truck and see if I just wasted some in-game money and then on getting the other transmission.
Get ready to turn left.
Because I know there was a mod for BeamNG Drive that added Allison transmissions to that game as well. And I think they were based off of the American Truck Sim one. So whatever transmissions were in that mod were based off of this one. So what I'm thinking is we do one delivery in this truck. We'll do one delivery in this truck with the we'll do one delivery in this truck with the 285 diff and see if the 285 diff is any better than the 410 that we currently have on this truck. And if it is, I'll switch my trucks over to the 410, the 285 differential, because that might actually be a little bit better. That legitimately might actually be better. It might lower the RPMs when we're in 7th gear as well, but we'll see. We will certainly see. I do want to check and make sure though, and see if because in this transmission, when we shift up to 7th, we're doing 60 miles an hour. But I want to see if maybe that other transmission might actually be the wiser choice. So we'll go pick up that other. We'll go switch over to that other transmission that's got the 285 ratio. It's a 4700 deep R, the same transmission type. It's just got a different gear ratio on it. So, ooh, we can go to a plantation. But yeah, see, when we upshift, we're doing 60 miles an hour. I feel like that might be the gear ratio. The gear ratio might be to blame there. Yeah, the gear ratio might be to blame there. I'm switching lanes right here. But we will see. We will certainly see how things go here today. Ooh, perfect. Green light right as we come to a complete stop. Nice. So our speed limit here is 35, but it's going to go up to about 45 here. And our turn off is going to be... Oh, wait. All right.
Turn left.
We're going to turn left here. Oh, perfect. We can turn left right here. Nice. What's that red light for? I don't get that. All right. Well, let's get this other transmission in here, and we'll see if it's any better. And we'll see if it's any... Oh, that was close. We'll see if that... Oh, crap. Oh, actually, it's going to reset my truck anyway. So, yeah, let's throw in the 285 is what we're looking for. Yeah, 285 right there. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, that is the one. Yeah, it's the exact same one. Torque 242. All right, let's try that. Let's try that transmission and see if... Try that transmission. Oh, it's having a startup in second. That might not... This transmission might not be the best, actually. But I want to do a delivery with it. And see if... it's worth upgrading the other trucks too. So, what can we get here out of Rome? We go over to Gadsden again. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Montgomery, Alabama. God, none of these are good. None of those deliveries are good. Oh, we had $105,000 in income from our drivers. Yeah, I want to see. Is there any other good... Ooh, here we go. This will be a good test of that transition. We'll go to Charlotte with some roof shingles. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Or is there anything good in Gadsden that we might... Ooh, Knoxville, Tennessee. Some scaffolding. That would be pretty good too. Lumber to Augusta. House prefabs to Meridian. Ooh. Yeah, that's a good delivery too. That one looks pretty good. Cables to Silva. That route looks a bit funky. How about Meridian? We go over to Pensacola, Florida. Okay, that's a bit long of a delivery. I don't want to go that long. Let's do another time skip and see if we can't find anything else that's good. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure my friend hasn't gotten in touch with me about getting that hi-fi up to me. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's see. Cargo market. Let's check Rome first, because Rome, when in Rome. Yeah, I think our best option here, we could take these empty pallets to Knoxville. We need to discover Knoxville anyway, but just in case, what about Ohatchee? Is there anything good in Ohatchee? Got some power packs heading over to Knoxville. A little bit heavier. It's come from Bimbian too. That would be a decent delivery. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's head over to...
Okay, here we go.
Let's head over to there. And that'll give us a good opportunity to see... That'll give us a good...
Turn right.
That'll give us a good opportunity
Turn right.
to see whether or not this gearbox is actually any good. Because if this transmission is awful... If this transmission is not good, and we're having more issues with... And we're having more issues with the gear ratios, we'll just go back to the 410 ratio, and we'll effectively just go from there. But once we get it, we won't know how this gearbox does until we get it up to speed. I'm gonna open up this other granola bar here while we're waiting. While we're waiting at that light. All right. Perfect. We got that. Oh. New mod came out on We Supply. Ooh. Mercedes. That'll be interesting. All right. Alright, we're just gonna have to wait here for this light. Man, that truck is going slow. Let me get around him. I want to get around him before it's too late. Oh, here we go. I think this transmission... Oh, yes. Yes! Finally! Finally, I found a better transmission out of both of them. Look at that. Holding 65. We were holding 63 at about 1300 RPM in 6th gear. This is the transmission we needed. This is the transmission I needed right here. Yes, I knew going for this gear ratio would work. I knew it. I freaking knew it. So, this one I believe was a 282, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is perfect. These are, I only do normal deliveries, so yes, this transmission will work in the other trucks as well, actually. The ones that already come with automatic transmissions. Yes, I'm glad I found the better transmission. I'm glad I found this transmission. This one is going to work a lot better than the one we were going with before. So I'm glad I put that one in the International. Because that International, when we use that International in a little bit, that International is going to love that transmission. Man, I am so happy now. I'm so happy I managed to find this. I'm so happy I got that transmission. Yeah, I'm so happy now that I got that transmission. What the? What the hell? What just happened? When was the last auto save? Oh, frick. It was before I put the new transmission in. Fuck. Alright, well. God.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Okay, let's find a new route.
Yeah, why? Why did the gates have to come down like that and not give me any time to stop? Do I still have time to go pick it up, though? Oh, yeah, I got plenty of time. Alright, let's repair. And we're gonna try that again. God, why did the game have to pull that shit on me? Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I'm gonna go a little bit faster than normal because actually, we'll stay going the speed limit. I'm not in any rush to complete these deliveries, of course, but I just like, God, that is so annoying. I hate how in this game those crossing arms can just go down without any warning. Like there's no horns or anything to warn you, hey, that the gates are coming down. Like railroad crossings, you're warned that the gates are going to go down by hearing the bells first. I guess bridges work differently. I guess bridges are just built differently. But God, that's annoying. Alright, well. I am still glad we figured out that better transmission. This gearing ratio is a lot better for highway driving. Because I'll show you it again. You'll be able to see it again if this Tesla doesn't fucking brake check me. But yeah. Look at this. 5th gear, 60 miles an hour. And then we're going to upshift to 6th gear at about 65. There we go. 66 miles an hour in 6th gear. And we still have one more gear left. So this So this gearbox is superior to the other one that we were using before. All right. This one I know that I need to slow way down for. But yeah, this gearbox is much better for the types of cargo I haul. So yeah, as long as we're running 1.54, which we will be for the next couple months before the next major update comes out, we're going to be running this Allison transmission mod. There's just no way around it. We are not going back to that other... We are not going back to the default transmission mod, because this mod right here is so good. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Great mod. Also, probably about 12:30 we'll take an intermission because I might go get a corn dog, but we will see. Or I'll get peanut butter pretzels and I might get peanut butter pretzels and some cookies because my dad got more of those mini cookies. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it wanted to upshift to 6th gear at 55 miles an hour. God, these Allison transmissions are so good. I mean, obviously I'm having to go to neutral and then back in the drive, but man. All right, let's hope this bridge doesn't give me the middle finger and pull its crap again. All right, I'm gonna slow down just in case that those bridge arms do go down again. Oh, it's a railroad crossing. That's why.
Keep left, and then turn left.
All right, well, I can't turn left here, but I'm gonna keep left anyway. But yeah, man, that was quite the interesting situation we just had to deal with there. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, whoever's behind me, thank God I made it past the bridge before that train is coming through.
Turn left.
Alright, well, we gotta wait for this light here because we cannot turn. Oh, there goes the train. There we go, perfect. Alright, I'm gonna make this turn a little bit wide so that way I'm not getting into the other lane of traffic, even though I probably will. Anyways.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Alright, perfect. We're gonna turn right here. Gonna go a little wide.
And then turn left.
There we go, nearly an hour into the stream and we're already getting our first, and we're only on our second delivery. But that's fine. I'm not in any rush to complete these deliveries. Hence why I decided to reload.
Turn right.
Hence why I decided to reload and go back over that bridge again. And hopefully we don't have any more issues with the trains trying to cross right as I'm about to cross over as well.
Turn right.
You know, it would be interesting if trains had to stop for cars, but then again, that wouldn't make sense because trains wouldn't even be able to... All right, let me make sure I'll be able to clear that wall. Okay, I'm not going to be able to clear it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to clear that. All right, I want to at least take the delivery first, and then I'll try that entry again. All right. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to pull forward a little bit. Now I want to make it as wide of a turn as possible. So that way... Oh, we're still going to hit. We're still going to hit. We're still going to hit. Yep, we're stuck. Yeah, we need... Man, we need to come at this road way differently. We need to be, like, way wide. I'm going to go opposite lane to traffic, just temporarily. So that way I can make as wide of a turn as I need to. And so that way the trailer clears that thing. There we go. We cleared it, finally. Yeah, this bit mutant is quite hard to get into with this trailer setup. With the truck and trailer setup we're running. But we can do it. Yeah, trailer damage, I don't care. I can get trailer damage repaired. But yeah, I don't like these bit mutants. They're a bit difficult to get into. Also, we have passed over a year with these new webcams that I got. Or actually, no. We have not passed a year. Have we? No, we have not. Yeah, we have not. Alright, yeah, we have not passed a year. But as I've stated before with the webcam setup, I got the one for my birthday, I believe. And then I had the other and I got the other, I believe, from my grandma. And they're still working great. The one that's on the wheel cam right now is the one that's broken, that got damaged in transit. And I've been using that one as a wheel cam, so that way I don't have to move it. Alright, what mod just came up? Ooh, a Chevy Impala. But yeah, but yeah.
Drive safe.
But yeah, these webcams are still working fine. I'm leaving them the way they're set up right now, unless I do anything major to the setup, because I don't want to break the thread mounts on the bottom of them again, like I did with the Facecam Mark 1.
Turn left.
But either way, I'm glad I got the Mark 2s, because they do look nice. And the Mark 2s I'm mostly using. Oh god. The Mark 2s I'm using for obviously the one I'm using for the wheel cam, as you guys know. And then the other I'm using as like an overhead shot for like when I do DJ mixes and stuff, which I am going to do those again. Don't worry. I am going to do those again. In fact, I have a new spot for my DJ controller. Let me show you this real quick. So I have a new spot for my DJ controller. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here when I move the camera over there. Okay, yeah, you can't see it. I don't want to show it to you. I don't want to show it to you right there. I don't want to move this great setup that I have on here. I mean, I could probably use my phone. I could honestly, if I absolutely wanted to, I could just use my phone. Yeah, my phone is also an option if I wanted to adjust that. But I have this camera set up exactly the way I want it to. So I don't want to mess with that and then have to figure out how to get it all set back up again. But those cubes that you see, that you occasionally see on the stream, those like wooden cube things, I've had those for ages. We removed one of them to put my old computer desk by, and then what I ended up doing with that was we ended up removing some of the cubes, and then in preparation for this hi-fi I'm going to be getting soon, I moved my DJ controller on top of those center cubes I used to have that big TV on.
Keep right, and then turn right.
So, because I'm going to put the hi-fi on that desk. That desk has held up really well over the years. Yeah, that desk has held up so well over the years. Alright. Yeah, that desk has held up very well over the years. So, stop here on red. But yeah, those Yeah, that desk has come real handy as well. It's holding my DJ controller, and now it's going to hold that little micro hi-fi system I'm getting this week. If you can't tell, I'm really excited for that hi-fi. I've never gotten to experience an older technology like the compact cassette and the vinyl record. So I'm glad I'm going to be able to experience that finally after so many years of watching YouTube videos from Techmoan, V Westlife, and other channels on it, mostly Techmoan though. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let this truck go first. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see how this thing performs and to make a full YouTube video of it. After today's stream, I'm gonna look into I'm gonna try and find some more information out about that, out about the player itself, so I can make like a video with some of the history of it, and maybe put like some B-roll on it in post. Because this video I want to edit similarly to how V Westlife does his videos, and then also have the information bits that Techmoan usually includes in his videos when he is testing out an older product, so that way viewers have the context of what the device was and where it came from, how it was made, who made it, why they made it, stuff all like that. Well, obviously, I can tell you right now why they made it. Because imagine you had the and I'm gonna take this from Techmoan here as well. So imagine you're in a living room in like the 60s with a record player and all that stuff. People had their whole record collection, all of that. They had a nice record player. They had some big tower speakers. Over time, over the decades that followed, we saw major changes with how with the different formats. Like first it was the vinyl record, and then the cassette comes in, vinyl record gets put into its own little area along with the cassette player. It starts becoming like a stack system with a graphic equalizer, a radio, the cassette deck, sometimes even dual cassette decks, and then the record player up on top, which is effectively what I'm getting with the one I'm getting from my friend. And then come like the 90s and stuff like that, late 80s, early 90s, you got CD coming in. So those systems turn into the combo systems like the one I'm getting, that have a CD player, one or two cassette decks, a vinyl record player, a turntable up on top, and then a radio on it as well, along with the graphic equalizer to adjust the audio of the frequencies as you would like. And then over time, after that, maybe the vinyl gets removed, and then it becomes just a regular old cassette, regular old single or double cassette player with the CD player and the radio, and maybe still the graphic equalizer. And then eventually it gets to a point where the cassette's out of the picture, and then you just have a radio and CD player with some decent speakers, so you can play all your CDs back and then still be able to listen to local radio. I'm gonna not listen. Oh, there we go. GPS. So it just kind of goes. It kind of goes to show you how we have evolved in terms of how we listen to music. And then nowadays it's all just streaming. You can just stream whatever music you want. But there's some sort of missing charm that listening to a compact cassette or a CD or a vinyl record, there's just a missing charm.
Go straight on.
There's just a charm that's really missing from. There's a charm that's like missing from listening to music because you can just stream it nowadays. In my eyes, the way you think about it, in my opinion, we need to go back to having physical media, physical releases. Like, don't get me wrong, streaming is very convenient for like this non-copyrighted music stuff for streams. But when it comes to like albums, like EPs or music that are released from like the biggest artists and stuff too, having those on physical media in an era where you technically don't own the stuff that you purchase online, it's just having physical media. It just makes sense because obviously you guys know how.
Turn left, then turn left.
Oh, yeah. So obviously you guys know how. And I don't care about that red light. I just wanted to get on the highway. It's like you guys have probably, if you guys are older than I am, you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you'll know what it's like to have dominant formats like the vinyl record and the CD, or not the CD, vinyl record and the cassette, and the compact cassette. Here it's nowadays there's really no competition for streaming. Like there is a bunch of, I mean technically there is competition. You got Apple Music, you got Spotify, Pandora, but for formats of music, what would you rather listen to? A cassette, or would you want to listen to a vinyl record or a CD? Generally, what would you guys prefer to listen to? I'm gonna cruise at 70. Oh, and 70 is the speed limit. Like for me personally, if new releases started coming out on vinyl records or cassette, I would be interested in listening to those releases on those two formats. I mean, CDs are nice for skipping tracks, but if I want to listen to like a whole album, for instance, I could listen to it I could stream it off of Spotify because I got Spotify Premium. However, just streaming something, it really takes the fun out of it, to be honest with you. The way I see it,
Keep right.
for me, I feel like I would have more fun playing a cassette tape or a vinyl record than I would just playing the music. Like I just said, streaming serves its purpose for my live streams for the most part. I do run Spotify off camera when I'm playing like American Truck Sim and listening to like EDM music. But once I get this hi-fi in, and if I can set it up so that way I can run it through my Rodecaster and run it through my headphones, I theoretically have a real radio in my cab of my truck that I can listen to, and then I have physical media to back it up in. And if I wanted to even take that a step further, which we are going to here in a little bit, once we're done with this delivery, we're going to hop into an older truck with this transmission that I have here, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to be in those older trucks when I use those physical media, because it sets the mood, basically, where I can listen to the radio, where I could play back a record, for instance, where I could play a compact cassette, where I could play a CD. It makes more sense if I'm going to do that, really get into the mindset of trucking, that it really just makes sense that way. The one thing I do wish this Rodecaster Pro 2 had was more physical faders. I only got 6 physical faders to work with, and they're all being used up by like microphones and stuff. But I do have I believe I did save a preset for the Procaster. So whatever microphone I'm using, I could probably just unplug that first, my Procaster, and then whenever I'm using the Procaster for like my upbeat radio shows, which like I said, I do need to book those upbeat radio shows and do my shows for the week, probably tomorrow and Thursday. I do need to get those shows done for the week. Oh, we can go up to 75. But yeah, to get myself into the mindset of trucking in like the early to mid 2000s, or even 90s for that matter, or 80s with compact cassette, I'm going to hop into one of those older trucks once I get the hi-fi. And I'm going to play this. Also, look at this transmission. It's a 7-speed gearbox, but we're in 6th gear doing 75 miles an hour at, what is that? 1,300 RPM? Like, I like this transmission a lot better. It's the 285 transmission. We're going to throw the 285 in those older trucks as well. That 285 transmission is miles better than the other transmission I was using. Because the other transmission, we were doing 7th gear and we were over, and to do the same speed, we were doing 1,500 plus RPM. And our fuel economy is actually getting a little bit better too. So yeah, this transmission is much better than the one we were using before. But yeah, once I get that hi-fi, expect a video on it within a week or two. Because I want to really get to know that hi-fi before I make that video and understand how it works. So I can give you guys a proper tour of the unit. And then along with that, I want to be able to really bring you guys along for the ride as I showcase
Keep right, and then exit right.
as I showcase what the thing is and how it works, how you work it,
Right.
and what role, and basically what role it played in the modern, or in what role it played at the time that all three formats were relevant.
Keep right, and then
Because, like,
turn right.
I could technically tell you the role it played right now as well. Like, that particular system, that Sanyo.
Turn right.
Ooh, oh shit. We gotta slam on the brake. So that Sanyo, because it's an all-in-one, it can play all three physical media types that were popular: CDs, compact cassette, and vinyl records. It served as a single unit that played all of your devices, that played all of the formats
Go straight
that you
on.
guys want, that you really needed. Oh, come on, who is that? Oh, I thought that was my friend Kat getting back to me finally. All right. All right. So yeah, we're gonna drop this off, and then I'm actually gonna go get something. I'm gonna go get one of those.
Go straight on.
I see where I'm dropping off here. I just gotta go straight. But I am gonna go drop off this trailer. We'll go. I'm gonna go buy that garage that's down the road there as well. And then what we're going to do, we're gonna switch trucks, come back over
It's
here,
all over.
and we might actually switch our trailer too, so that way we can get some different cargos, because I've been using this flatbed for quite a while. Oh. All right, the game's taking it. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, let's buy this garage. And now that I know that the 285 transmission works well for this specific truck, we should be fine to use it on the other trucks. So, first of all, let's go to garage purchase, and let's grab our Knoxville, Tennessee garage. Boom. All right. Now let's go to our truck manager. What other classic trucks would benefit from this transition? We got the International 9900. And we got the... Oh, did I put the other... Oh, no, I didn't put the transmission in that one. It's the 285. Yeah, Allison 4700 Deep R. 285 differential. And then 242 on that. There we go. What other older trucks, or what other trucks would benefit from this transmission? I mean, I know the Mac Pinnacle probably doesn't support the mod. Oh. Oh crap, it does. Yeah, let's throw that 7-speed 280 in this guy as well. Or 285, sorry. Yeah, 285. Actually, I'm not going to worry about doing it to this specific truck. It just doesn't have the torque to be able to handle it. Yeah, Mac Anthem isn't going to have the right transmission there either. Western Star. Did the Western Star 49X only come with... Ellison? Ooh. We got the 4500 and then the 4700. We get. I want to try with that one. I want to try that and see if maybe that works out well as well. There's these Allison 10-speed transmissions. Yeah, we got Allison 10-speed transmissions. Those might work. Those might work good as well. Yeah. So the Western Star 5700 is pretty old. Did I already put that other transmission in it? Because I might roll with that truck for a bit. Actually, hold on, wait. Let me check the interior. Oh yeah, this does have a GPS interior. So I'll be able to see where I'm going. Yeah, that looks good. All right. What other trucks do I have that we could edit and give that better transmission? Yeah, hang on. How's the interior look on this guy? Oh yeah, this interior is deserving of this. Let's actually get the Eagle Premium. Where's that SCI wheel? That looks good. That looks really good out of that too. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice big wheel so we can actually see all the gauges properly with this truck. Did I put the 285 in this guy? Yeah, let's use the International Eagle for a bit. Actually, hold on, wait. Let me check the transmission stuff. Normal cargo. Yeah, we're going to be doing normal cargo runs with this, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, let me go to Garage Manager. Okay. Knoxville, Tennessee. So we'll go to Knoxville, Tennessee. And then let's fire up our truck. Let's get our lights on. Ooh, I didn't look to see if there was a, I didn't look to see if we had any other engine options for this thing. Yeah, I didn't look to see if there were any other engine options. Where's the repair station? Wrench icon. Is there not a repair station here? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's no repair station. Alright, well. We'll do one delivery with the regular engine. And then we'll see if we can't find ourselves a better engine. Alright, trailer manager. What trailer do we want? I don't want to do flatbeds. Let's do full wooden lowboy. Loading steam inventory items. Paint job. Sea blue. How's that look? Oh, that blue actually, it's a bit brighter, but that blue looks pretty good. It looks pretty convincing. Let's relocate that over to Knoxville. Alright. And let's use it. Because I want to see... I want to at least... Let's do, wait, hold on. Wait. We got to do a time skip first. I need to do a time skip first. There we go. Alright. Now let's do a time skip. All right, Knoxville. What can we get out of here? Knoxville. Oh, we got a lot of options coming out of Knoxville, actually. Cargo market. We are on the cargo market. None of these are really heavy. We could do that delivery, but that route's a bit wonky. I don't like that route. We've already been to Atlanta. Oh, here we go. Greensboro, North Carolina with a mixed tank. That's not really that heavy, though. Oh, here we go. This, I do not mind having this be an important delivery because it's a heavy cargo. It'll put this truck through its paces. So we'll go pick this up, and then I'm going to go take a quick intermission. And actually, let me go F4, and then I want to adjust my seat. Yeah, it's seat position 5. Yeah, let me put this seat as far forward as I can. And then steering tilt. Let's bring it down just a bit. And then 5. Let's put our seat position up just a bit. And then we'll put this. There we go. That's good. All right. Let's go grab this cargo. I know I said I was going to take the intermission at right when we bought the garage and stuff, but I want to at least go pick up this cargo because it's not too far. It's not too far away, actually.
Turn left. Go straight on.
Here we go. Yeah, look at this. I can already tell this truck is handling much better. I don't know what gear I'm in now. Oh, 3rd gear. Yep, 3rd gear.
Turn left.
So hopefully this truck does good with the gearing. I need to find my fuel gauge though, because I have a feeling I might be running low on fuel in this rig. Oh no, we're full of fuel. We're good on fuel, actually. All right.
Here we are, safe and sound.
All right, boom. Let's get our cargo. All right, where are we picking this thing up from? Oh, we're picking it up from that corner again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're picking it up from that corner. That's the difficult part. That's the difficult loading area. Yeah, we're going to have to go 3rd person here for this for this backup portion. Because that is here. Yeah, look at this. Oh, easy. Butter. That was easy. All right. Let's get loaded. Let's get loaded, and then I'm going to go take this intermission real quick. All right. Let's see how this thing looks. Ooh, that's a nice Volvo. Love it. Anyways, give me 1 second, everybody. I will be right back. I'm going to quickly get something to drink, and I'm actually going to fill up my bowl with peanut butter pretzels and a couple cookies, because we're going to be probably doing this for another 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours probably, because I am really enjoying doing this trucking stream for you guys here today, and I want to give you guys as much trucking as possible here today before I go out of town here on Friday. So stick around. Got more trucking on the way. Stay tuned.
Wanna be delivered to the I wanna be delivered to the rug. My eyes before going into universe, I think about the moments we were hoping wouldn't end, because I never knew it was my imagination. I never wanted to say what I said, I just wanted an explanation.
All right, we are back. So who's ready for a little bit more trucking? Because I sure am. We're going to get back. We're going to get right back into it. But first, let me show you what I got. Typical peanut butter pretzels and cookies is what I got. But yes, let's hop back into our trusty truck.
Drive safe.
And let's continue. And let's get this delivery done. This will be a nice delivery. And once we get to our delivery point, I am going to swap out the engine in this truck for something a little bit more powerful, a little bit more juicy, if you will.
Go straight on.
Because this does not feel like it's really powerful. This engine by itself does not feel like it's powerful.
Go straight on.
Oh, and actually, I just realized something. I need to mess with the UI mirrors because I need to mess with the mirrors because I need to move this one in a bunch so I can actually see the cargo. And I got to do the same thing. I got to do the same thing over on the right mirror too. I got to move that in a little bit. There we go. I can see my cargo now. That's what I wanted to do.
Get ready to turn left.
Because I wasn't able to see my... mirror. I wasn't able to see my cargo out of those mirrors.
Turn left.
Is this intersection controlled by a light? No, it's not. It's just a stop sign. Or not even a stop sign, actually. It's just luck of the draw. Alright.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah, this truck definitely needs a better engine. This truck needs a more powerful engine. I have a feeling we're not going to be idling at those older RPMs. But yeah, this is what I was just talking about earlier. Just like having an older truck with the physical formats that I'm going to be able to play on that hi-fi. It's going to be great. Just being able to just do some trucking here, play some tunes from a cassette or a CD inside this truck. I mean, obviously, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to be able to play any of the tapes or CDs or vinyl records on stream for you guys. But I will be sure to do a video once I get my hands on some Type 1, some cassette tapes to use that I can re-record over. So I can record some, so I can record some non-copyrighted music for you guys. So that way I can use that stuff in the video. But I'm not gonna worry about it. I mean, I could probably give a demo of the radio in action more than likely. But anything else, I mean, I might be able to play some tracks for like 3 seconds at a time. I think YouTube will let you play copyrighted music for at most 3 seconds without hitting a content match, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes time to make this video. In fact, I thought I heard somebody at my door. Let me go look and see if there's somebody at my door real quick. Alright guys, false alarm. I thought there was somebody at my door, but there wasn't. So we're good.
Keep right.
We are good. You don't have to worry about anyone coming over. And I'm sure my friend would let me know when she was planning on coming up. So hopefully I get to hear back from her and we can get a plan in place so that way we can do that trade. Come on. Oh, the truck doesn't think it's a good enough time to upshift. There we go. Now it thought it was good enough to upshift. Ooh, yeah, we gotta slow down a little bit here. Yeah, I can definitely tell we do need to get a better engine. We do need to get a better engine inside this truck, that's for sure. Because I'll have to look and see if that engine mod I have supports these and supports this truck. I'm pretty sure the engine mod does support all trucks, but I won't know until I'm done with this delivery. I should have looked at that when we were doing the transmission, to be honest. Because this truck is not doing too hot in terms of maintaining speed. You can see we're not able to maintain a stable speed. Yeah. Alright, close enough. Please, pull him for a vehicle inspection.
Keep left.
Tell me to keep left, but I gotta pull him for a way.
Recomputing.
So yeah, hopefully the game doesn't yell at me that my truck is in imperfect technical state. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a safe journey. Good. My vehicle is in perfect technical state. I think for this truck, when I set it up, I don't think I set it up with heavier, high horsepower in mind, which is why it only has a 600 horsepower engine. But I think I can fix that pretty quick. Finally, last time I got some of these mini cookies, they were all hard and crunchy from the start. These ones are soft and chewy. Come on, truck. You can do it. There we go. So, I was actually, as you guys know on my Upbeat show on Saturday, I was giving you guys updates on the ARCA series race from Talladega. And at one point, I was talking about how Cleese McFarland had fallen behind the pack from 7th place. From like, he was in the top 10. And he fell back behind the pack. It turns out he was falling behind because he was having engine issues. Turns out he may have lost a cylinder. So he was running on 7 cylinders instead of 8. But he came back. He came back and he ended up getting the top 10, which is great. Yeah, it was great to see. Great to watch that whole race, even if I had to do my Upbeat radio show for most of the race. But it was still a great race. I enjoyed it. Some great action there. I'm gonna have to watch more ARCA series races actually. But we are cruising here at 75 miles an hour in our international. She's a good truck. She'll be even better once we get a better engine in her. Yeah, we gotta get a better engine in her. That's for sure. Because she is struggling right now. But yeah, once we get a better once we get a better engine in her, we won't have problems with getting bogged down on hills. Because if I remember correctly, this truck does support that engine mod that I have been using on all the other trucks in the game. This is a stock SCS truck, so it makes sense that it's a... Okay. I'm a cruise right there. I think that's like 66. Oh yeah, that is 66. But good thing I got the 7-speed with the retarder, so that way we're not going over. And speaking of Upbeat, yeah. Oh, vacancy. What's going on here? Community manager applications. What's going on in JA games? All right, I gotta. Sorry, I gotta check on some pings. So. All right. So yeah, we're gonna
Keep left.
just chill out, do some more trucking. We'll probably do a few more deliveries. I don't know if we're gonna go as long as I initially said. Because I was planning on doing an all day, an all afternoon stream, but I might head off here after another couple deliveries here, probably in about an hour and a half. So that way I can go chill out as well for the most part and just go do some other stuff there. Because there is always a chance. My friend actually had work today, so there is a chance after work she might run that hi-fi up so that way I can spend the evening checking it out, testing it, making sure everything works, making sure the radio stuff works. And then if I need to, I can order some stuff off Amazon so that to make sure everything like fully works. I don't know if I need to ask Kat. I need to ask her if the thing has an antenna on it too, so I can pick up local radio stations too. Because that's one of the big things I want to do with this thing. Is I want to
Keep left.
use it as like a regular radio and stuff as well. So I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I know we've been talking a lot about it, but this is just so exciting for me. I've never had a cassette player or a record player, or I mean, I've had CD players, but not all three of them in one unit. And vinyl records and the cassettes are still new to me as well. Like I've never played a cassette before in a cassette player. I haven't played a vinyl record before. Sorry, car, I gotta cut you off. Yeah, I've never played a I've never gotten to experience what it's like to play a cassette or a vinyl record. So it'll be great to see how well it works, and I can get a general sense of scale for the device as well, because it's probably going to be as big as an album cover. One of those albums. In fact, let me look at one of those albums. Let me pull out one of those albums real quick and see how big I should expect this device to be. Probably I got a Rancid album right here, Bad Religion. Yeah, let's use Bad Religion, because yeah, I'm gonna put that right there because it's got to be big to fit the record. But actually, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be as big as it doesn't feel like it's gonna. Doesn't look like it'll be that big at all. Actually, looks like it'll fit just fine. I could probably still fit my DJ controller down there too, but I don't know. I still don't even know if I'm gonna need a phono preamp for it too, but we'll see. Alright, let me make sure. Did I actually make this stream public? Because there's a chance I may have been streaming this whole time and it wasn't public. Oh, it was public. Yeah, it was public. Alright. That's good to know that I didn't screw it up and not make this stream not public. Because there have been times where I've started the stream and it was completely private, and I didn't realize it until like halfway through the stream or a little bit after I had started. Oh my god, Crown Vic, please. Oh, why do cars pass me when frickin' vehicles are in front? I should have slowed down a little bit and let that one vehicle pass, and let that car pass and then pass the other truck. How bad damage are we? 8% truck, 1% trailer. We're good. Hopefully we don't get cited or anything for, not cited, but hopefully we don't get any penalties for trailer damage. I don't think it's just trailer damage. I don't think we had cargo damage. Yeah, okay, cargo damage. We're still good. We still have cargo. We don't have cargo damage, so that's good. But yeah, I do need to get a different engine in this thing. We actually will also need to go get repairs as well, so. I should probably go into this right-hand lane as well.
And then exit right.
Yeah, we gotta exit anyways. Come on, car, pass me already. I gotta take an exit soon.
Exit right.
Come on. Pass, 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 pass. Thank you.
Get ready to turn right.
I swear, these AIs are out to murder me in cold blood.
Turn right.
Yeah, these AIs are out to murder me in cold blood. All right. Good news is there's a repair shop here, so we can actually get a different engine in this thing.
Turn right.
All right. Sorry, truck. I gotta make a wide turn so that way I'm not hitting anything. Look out, fire truck. Oh man, I was still on the sidewalk. All right. Well, that's fine.
Turn right.
All right. It's 10:32 a.m. so we still have time for.
Turn right.
Oh no, it's another one of these entrances. I hate these entrances.
Finally, we are here.
I gotta be extremely wide. All right. Hopefully, the game takes. Oh yeah, the game will take it just fine. Perfect. There we go. We got it. All right. Did we get any? All right. No cargo damage. That's good. All right. Now, first things first. We need to go get repairs and get this engine switched out, because this engine is not good at all for what I'm trying to do here. I hate these tiny bit munions. Yeah, I hate these tiny bit munions because they're impossible to get out of. I mean, I wouldn't really say they're impossible to get out of. They're just, it's a tight squeeze, basically. All right, I think I'm good now. I know we're going to get more trailer damage, probably. Oh, no, we aren't. Good. If we got more trailer damage, I would have just ended the stream right then and there. All right, I want to get out of here as quickly as possible, because I want to get out of this hellish company. Yeah, I did not want to stay in that company longer than I needed to. All right. First things first, let's stop and get repairs, and then we'll find another delivery after we switch out our engine. I actually want to see if I can find, if this truck does support the mod for all the custom engine sounds I have. I do want to get like a different engine instead of the usual one that I go for that's like pretty quiet. All right, here we go. Truck configurator. Well, actually, no. First of all, let's get this service done. There we go. All right, truck configurator. Let's have a look at our engine. Okay, it looks like this. Yep, it does support the mod. All right, let's find ourselves a nice engine here. One that's got a decent amount of power to it, like maybe this Packard. The Packard does have a decent engine. Ooh, we could get a Caterpillar. Decent amount of torque. Oh, we got a Cummins with 825 horsepower. Let me listen to... I'm going to listen to that engine real quick and see if that engine sounds good for this truck. Ooh, that engine revs a bit high, though. Yeah, that engine revs a bit high. Yeah, I don't like the way the Cummins revs. So that Cummins ISX-12. What about the M11? Let's try the M11 and see if that revs any better. That revs a bit high too. I mean, it is quieter, I will give it that. But I want something that would suit this truck. I don't know what these International Eagles came with for... Ooh. 12 valve. Ooh, that looks interesting. Oh, that's the International A26? Wait, is that the one that has the that custom engine sound that I like? That does not suit this truck. This truck is older, so it was made before the advances in engine technology. So I want the engine to be a little bit clattery, a little bit loud. And we have $1 billion. We don't need to worry about engines. Like there's this Caterpillar. We could. Oh yeah, let's try the Caterpillar actually. Let's see what this Caterpillar sounds like. Here, let's go with the... Here, hold on. Let me look this up. International 900i engine options. What engines did these come with? Oh, 900i primarily offered the Cummins ISX-15 engines. Other engine options could include the Max Force line, as well as International's own S13 and A26 engines. Okay, that's good. All right, so that actually does help me out a little bit here. So, if we want to be realistic, the International A26 is technically an option. We could use the A26 engine. Max Force... The Max Force 11 line was also an option. There was also the Cummins as options too. Yeah, there was the Cummins ISX-15. Yeah, there's the performance one. Hold on, let's go up to the top here and see. Now, one that's VM Cummins N14. Cummins heavy duty. Oh yeah, here I want to see what the heavy duty sounds like. Let's see what the heavy duty sounds like. Oh yes. Yes, that sounds perfect, actually. That sounds perfect. That suits this truck perfectly, actually. So yeah, we'll go with this engine. Yeah, this engine suits this truck perfectly. I like it. Got a bunch, lots of power. Should have no problem getting up to speed. Let's get some cargo. Yeah, let's find a cargo out of here. Get some cargo out of here. We can do a quick run over to Henderson with a JCB telehandler. Fayetteville, Greenville. Oh, we can go to Greenville. We haven't been over to Greenville yet with the JCB backhoe loader. But I want something that's heavy. We go up to Fredericksburg. Ooh, that would actually be a good test of this truck's hauling capability. An articulated hauler going to Fredericksburg. It's an important delivery, and I'm honestly fine with that. The important delivery, and it's the heaviest cargo. It looks like we're going to be able to get out of here anyways. Instead, we can do a rail car mover, but that's going all the way to Wyoming, and that's an urgent delivery. So yeah, let's give this truck a little bit. Now that we have a crazy powerful engine, that's probably not realistic. I'll be honest with you, but this is the heaviest cargo. Let's put this truck through its paces. I want to see how this thing can handle a heavy cargo.
Turn left.
I mean, it already sounds like it's going to be doing a great job.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
I do like the engine sound, though. I'm glad I went for this engine. I'm going to take a screenshot of this engine and put it in, like, the Kenworth W900 as well, because I think that W900 looks like it could really... It looks like it would be used perfectly with this engine.
Turn right.
Alright. Turn right. Oh, for frick's sake, we're picking up at this Bitmunin place again.
It was a nice ride.
Alright. Alright, game. I'm at the mercy of Bitmunin again. Alright, but the good news here is we are going to get a little bit of trailer damage, maybe. Okay, no, we're good. So, the good news here is we have plenty of room now. There's no cargoes here, so we have plenty of room to reverse and back up and do whatever we need to do in order to pick up this cargo. So we have room. We do have room. Yeah. We do have room for me to back this thing up. Maybe. If I can line this thing up properly, we can get it. All right. Here we go. Wow, even without this frickin', even without the cargo around, this place is still difficult. This is why I don't like picking up at these smaller companies, these smaller Bitmunin locations specifically. They're just so difficult to get the trailer reversed in properly. Yeah, they're just so difficult. But we can do it. Okay, this looks like it's going to be a lot better. This looks like it's going to be a much better reverse. Right here. This is it. This is going to be it. We just got to straighten out just a bit. Yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be our move right here. Yeah, I hate picking up these Bitmunins. Yep, the game's taking it. I've taken it too. I'm not even gonna bother sitting here trying to get it perfect. I just want to get out of this company.
Time to get the job done.
All right. Let's see how this truck does with this Volvo. Oh man, immediately I can already tell it's acting like there's no weight.
Turn left.
All right. Let's see. Can I get out of here without hitting anything? Ooh, that was close. But we made it. Yeah, we made it, that's for sure.
Get ready to turn left.
All right, I'm getting ready to turn left. But yeah, this truck and transmission combo is best. I do like this engine sound. All right, there's plenty of room for me to pull out. I'm actually gonna go in the right-hand lane.
Keep right, then turn right. Turn right.
Okay, I just had to check and make sure nobody had texted me. But yeah, this engine stuff is going good as well. So, what's coming up on the channel here for the month of May? Because May is upon us already. I swear, this year is going by faster than I can blink. But what's coming up on the channel for May? Obviously, American Truck Sim, like usual.
Keep left.
Alright, I gotta keep left. So obviously, we're gonna have more American Truck Sim and more trucking stuff. Obviously, more SnowRunner. I think maybe I'll start the Schedule 1 series on Twitch a little bit. I might start the Schedule 1 series on Twitch around May 1st. We'll see, though. Or maybe around, like, the middle of May is when we'll start it. So probably, like, May 15th or something like that. We'll see. 'Cause I am going to have more time for streams because after this week, Kat will be back in Canada. So I'm very
Keep right.
I keep
And then
thinking I'm
exit
hearing
right.
something out front. Let me go look one more time. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. Just checking my phone real quick before we continue. So yeah, there actually, for once, there actually was something out there. There was a package from my mom sitting out there, so I brought that in.
Exit right.
I did not realize there was going to be a car there. So I was thinking about this earlier as well with regards to that hi-fi system I'm getting. That little micro system. Microsystem hi-fi. Whatever you want to call it. I was thinking of ways I could probably run it. So one option for me was if the headphone output, or not if the headphone, if those RCAs on the back are outputs, like it actually is an output that I can run into my Rodecaster or run out to my speakers, then I would prefer to use that. However, if that does not work, then I do have alternate options that I could use. One of my options is I could technically do this as well. I could just technically take... Actually, wait. I don't think I need any cables, actually. Because... Here, you know what? Let me show you the picture that I have. Because... I did promise you guys I was going to show you the picture. But... If I'm not mistaken, if I zoom in right here, this port right here, if I'm not mistaken, that I believe is a 3.5 millimeter headphone output. So, and by the way, this is the system I'm getting. Like I said, it's the Sanyo GXT969. So you can see right up there, there's the turntable right up on top. There's the radio, graphic equalizer, dual cassette decks, as promised, in the CD player on the back. Now, I did manage to find a picture. I did find a picture of what it was like around back. And this is what I was talking about right here. Is this the full size back image right here? Yes, it is. So, well, actually, it does have an FM AM antenna thingamajig. But yeah, so here's the picture that I found online at the back of this. So you see how on the back, the main speakers, there's these speakers right here. They have spring clip terminals right here, and then there's also this port right up here that are RCA, that is labeled up as TV and VCR. I would have to assume that's an output. However, if I go back to, let me find a higher quality reference image. Okay, that's not high quality at all. Because here's the thing. This website that I found this thing on. There we go. So, yeah, here we go, right here. So, this is the system right here. You can see the radio right up there. There's a graphic equalizer right down there, and that's also what you use for your volume. You see the dual cassette deck right there, and then the compact disc section. Now, the cassette deck is where the headphone output is. And it looks like it might have Dolby noise reduction as well. Yeah, that's tuning. That's volume right there. Band select, function, and it looks like you could save some presets here. But this right here, I think that's a normal headphone output. Actually. So in theory, what I could potentially do with this thing is I really won't need any sort of player, or I won't need any sort of extra cables for it. Because in theory, if that is the headphone output and that's controlled by the main volume, I could just use the I could use my dual TRS to RCA to 3.5 mil, plug it in on the front, and then I'm off to the races. I feel like that, I think, is going to be my best option. So I should be able to get up and running with it pretty much right away. I think that should, in theory, be what will work best, actually. yeah, I think that would actually work best, to be honest with you. And I could set it up, in theory, if I needed to, I could always adjust the volume. In theory, this volume control also adjusts the volume of the headphone out. So I gotta wait until I get this thing. But this is the unit that I'm getting from my friend. I'm looking forward to it. This will be a great unit. Looking forward to testing out those cassette tapes and the record player to see if it actually works out too well. But yeah, I feel like that is going to be a great system. But yeah, that's the system I'm getting. I gotta check a ping first, and then we'll get back to trucking. Ooh, sensation. Alright. Anyways, let me go back to this real quick. But yeah, that is a great... I feel like that's going to be a great system for me to work with. I'm very excited to be checking it out. And I'm definitely thankful that my friend managed to find that in her house while she was working on downsizing. Because that is going to be a great setup, and I won't need any new cables for it. I will have to test. Again, I will need to test to see if that headphone out is just an output of the main unit at the post volume level. So whatever volume it's set to, it will work. It should work, but only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out whether or not it actually works or not. If it works that way. If not, I can just get RCAs, run those in with those adapters, and then go from there, basically. But yeah, that's basically where we're standing at with the with that hi-fi. I'm just still waiting for my friend Kat to get it up to me. Hopefully she will get it up to me on like Thursday, probably tomorrow is what I'm guessing is when she'll get it back to me. Is when she'll get it to me. In fact, I should probably see if she's been active. Well, I don't think she hasn't been active at all since this morning as well. For some reason, I woke up extremely early for some reason. I was talking to her at 6:14 a.m. for some reason. Yeah. I'm gonna send her a text right now and just be like, hey, hope you're having a good day. There we go. I just wanted to just text her and see if everything was going good real quick. So, but yeah. Oh, I thought she immediately replied. That would have been perfect if she did. But no, that was a Reddit. That's just a Reddit notification from a post that I might be looking at. I've been looking at Reddit quite a bit recently. Yeah, I've been looking at Reddit quite a bit recently, so there's a lot of interesting posts out there, like people asking for like legal advice. And some people are actually getting banned off Discord for random reasons, and that just goes to prove that's the other thing here. A lot of services nowadays are going to AI only models, and it just doesn't make sense for them, for Discord to be trusting AI with stuff that humans should be checking. Oh, we gotta stop at this way station. It just doesn't make sense for AI to be performing a human's job, especially on an online service. Man, I love this engine sound. This engine sounds so good. We'll wait for this truck to go. And while I'm having that, I'll have my other cookie. Alright. Your vehicle non-perfect technical state. Probably because I wrecked out earlier. We'll get that repaired. Or whenever I next use this truck, I will get it repaired because I am going to switch over to a different truck. In fact, I actually want to set up that Western Star 57X or 5700X, whatever, with this engine. And I feel like that truck would benefit from this engine as well. Another American Truckin video. Yeah, hello YTZ. I've been live for 2 hours, 20 minutes, and you're the first person to actually chat in the chat that entire time. This entire stream so far.
Keep left.
Yeah, we've just been vibing here. I've been actually talking about a micro hi-fi system that I'm getting from my friend here this week at some point. She's going to be moving either Thursday, Friday, so she's running out of time to get that the radio system up to me. I'm getting an old Sanyo all-in-one hi-fi that can play CDs, cassettes, vinyl records. Has radio on it. I think I might be the only one that likes all the streams you do. Well, other people do. It's just a lot of my audience is like you, YTZ. A lot of my audience is people who have school and work when I stream. So I'm used to not having really anybody here, but I've learned over the years. Hey, what up, Joseph? Welcome in, bud. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. But yeah, I think it's just due to the nature of when I do these live streams that people are at school or at work when I first go live. That's just how it is. When I do streams, I tend to do streams when I'm Happy Tuesday, man. That we are using a sick. Would you believe me if I told you this wheel is over like 12 years old? It's a Logitech G27. They don't make these G27s anymore. They're long since discontinued. But damn it, as long as this thing still works, I am going to use it.
Keep left.
I will use this thing until it freaking dies and doesn't work at all. It's been through a lot of torture, and I think the reason why it's lasted so long is I don't use the force feedback on this unit. Yeah, this thing is really old. It's like 12 years old. I got it. I can't remember exactly when I got it. I don't think it's 12 years old, but I may have exaggerated that a little bit, but still, it's pretty old. I think I got it back in like 2015 or something. Yeah, no, I will continue using this Logitech G27 until this thing literally stops functioning. The day it stops functioning is the day I'll probably replace it with that horrid truck control system. I will use this thing and I will put it through hell. As long as this thing still functions, I'm gonna use it. But but I don't use the force feedback on it, which I believe is why it's lasted this long. Yeah, I think it's lasted this long because it's. Have you ever played iRacing? My mom, I actually did play iRacing once before when I was at the NASCAR race in Indianapolis. They had a little stage, a little area set up in the infield where you can turn laps in what I believe was a stock car. And I believe it used a stock car. This was back in 2019 when I got to experience this. But at that time, I was looking at a Logitech 5.1 surround sound system for my computer, and I was looking at it, and I realized I was looking at that, and it just so happens that the system they were using at that one little segment was the exact same system that I was looking at getting off Amazon. So I got to hear it.
Keep left.
But it was great. Surround sound is so cool. Oh yeah.
Keep left.
But yeah, anyways, that's aside the point. But anyways, my only experience with iRacing was there at Indianapolis for the race. They had a stage set up where you could turn a couple laps in a NASCAR race car around the virtual Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it was such a cool experience. I remember I did get a couple clean laps, but then on one of the laps, I think I gave it a little too much throttle and I started spinning out.
Exit right.
You know, I could probably recreate that.
Right. Then turn right.
I could probably recreate that in Automobilista 2 because I do use my steering wheel with it. The only problem is Automobilista 2
Turn right.
does not have a NASCAR DLC, last I checked. I wish it did, though. But yeah, that's my only experience with iRacing. I have heard of it, though. It's just, I would need to get a job if I wanted to be a part of iRacing. I feel like iRacing would be so cool, and I would need to have like a dedicated racing setup. So I would need to like fully invest in a setup like that. And if I'm gonna, the thing with me is if I'm going to invest in a setup like that, if I'm going to invest in a full setup for something like that, I want to invest in a full flight sim
Then
setup.
turn right.
So that way I can play Microsoft Flight Simulator, or I'm thinking about getting X-Plane as well, but I want to get a full set of Flight Simulator controls when I get a job, so that way I can do those controls. Are you on full screen like,
Turn right.
well, I mean all the screens? Oh, you're talking about NVIDIA Surround, which lets you play games across all 3 of my screens. I wish I was, however, due to my setup here and the specs of my computer, my GPU would not be able to handle full on triple screen gaming. It does work for some games, but for most games it just doesn't work it doesn't work well at all. Yeah. And especially if I'm streaming as well, that will put extra load on my GPU anyways. So I don't want to do that either. Alright. So hold on a minute. System, wait. Oh god damn it, I thought my friend Cat was actually finally getting back to me. Yep. Hold on a minute. Company. I forgot where I go to see my truck diagnostics. Did they switch? Did they remove that? Oh, vehicle diagnostics right here. Okay, this is an 830 horsepower engine. 3,500 pound-feet of torque. So, let me go to my truck manager and let me grab that 5700. I want to put the same engine in that truck that I'm using for my current truck. It was like an overkill one. I can't remember what engine it was. Oh, here it is actually. No, this isn't it. That's what it was. It's an 825 horsepower engine. I believe it was... No, it wasn't that Caterpillar. Oh, here it is. 835. The Cummins ISM heavy duty. That's the engine. And then with the 285 Allison transmission, let's drive it. And we'll switch over to that truck for a little bit. I believe that truck actually does have a built-in GPS. Yeah, it does. I remember now. Yep, this one does have a built-in GPS. All right. Let's go to our garage manager. And let's go to St. Louis. Yeah, we'll go to St. Louis and see what we can do with that. And then trailer manager. What trailer do we have here? Oh yeah, let's use our container carrier actually. Or not bulk feed. Oh yeah, food tank. We could try a food tank. Let's configure that real quick actually. Can I not put a custom color on this? Yeah, I guess I can't. I guess I can't do that. Alright, but let's... I do want to switch the wheels out on it. I'll put standard chrome. Wait, standard chrome. There we go. And then... I'm not really going to be looking at the hub covers too much, so I'm not going to go too crazy with the hub covers. I'll just put... I'll put premium chrome on those. Wait, what is that? Oh, those are red. Yeah. I'll put... Yeah, I'll put the premium chromes on those just to make things a little bit easier. There we go. Okay, confirm. Let's relocate that. We are in St. Louis. Now let's use it. Looks like the trailer has been attached. Okay, thank you. Drive. Here we go. Alright. So, where's my fuel stuff? Here, I'll just stick to... I'll keep my park menu. Yeah, here we go. And there we go. And our fuel gauge is right in the middle, so we can keep an eye on that fuel gauge. Nice. Alright. Let's see if we can get anything out of here. Out of St. Louis. Nothing. Really? Okay, let's go to a different garage then. I was gonna go with this for St. Louis, but... let's go back to... Let's go to Pensacola. Yeah, let's go to Pensacola. Go to Pensacola, Florida. And we'll switch out our trailer again. We actually do have... We got our food tank. Oh! We have our aluminum flatbed. We have that container carrier. Let me configure that, because I'm pretty sure I can make that blue to fit with the truck. Oh, yes, that's perfect. Let's relocate that to Pensacola. Yeah, here we go. This will give us some good stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, let's see what we can get out of here with this container carrier. Ooh, we could go to Gulfport with some dry fruits or sugar. New Orleans. We've already been to New Orleans. We've already been to Baton Rouge. Oh, here we go. Auburn, Alabama with some lemonade. Let's do that. That's a good delivery. Or actually, you know what? Let's do a time skip before we get too far into this. Yeah, let's do a time skip real quick. If that lemonade is still available, we'll try and snag it, but I don't think it is. Oh, it is. 3 hours, 47 minutes. Yeah, let's go take it.
Time to hit the road.
Hopefully... Oh yeah, we'll be able to make it in time to pick it up. Yeah, here we go.
Turn right.
Yeah, this engine suits this truck perfectly.
Turn left.
And I can actually see the what's going on with the route as well.
Get ready to turn right.
The only thing I wish this truck did have was the digital speed readout.
Turn right. And then continue straight on.
We have about half a tank, so
Go
we're
straight
good.
on, and then turn right. Turn right. Turn left.
Here we go. We're gonna turn right. But yeah, we'll be able to easily pick up this delivery.
Keep right.
But I do wish this truck did have a digital speed readout. Oh, we can go up to 35.
Turn right.
I'll bring back the wheel cam as well. Alright, boom.
Turn left.
Here we go. Turn left. We'll pick up this cargo and we'll go from here.
Here we are. Safe and sound.
Alright. Let's see. Let's get this trailer. Cargo market. Lemonade, yes. Alright. Where are we picking up from? Okay, we're picking up from right there. Okay, that should be pretty easy to reverse into. Last time we picked up from this type of area, we had a Rocky Mountain double preventing us from reversing fully into the spot. It made it a little bit more difficult, but here it's going to be a bit easier. That's always the hope with this, at least. Oh. That's always the hope with doing these types of deliveries. Now, the real question here, are we going to get a matching container? Are we going to get a matching container for the truck and trailer? I highly doubt we will, but there's only one way to find out. But I do think... Okay. So... How do you get money? Are you talking about in real life or in the game? Because right now I'm not doing anything for work, but I do need to get back into getting a job because there are some things. I want to get a new GPU for my computer. That's going to be expensive. I do want to get that Hori truck control system for my PC as well. I want to get a new DJ deck controller. I was looking at the AZ, but I've been hearing a lot of stories about there being issues with the AZ. So I'm probably going to get a Denon unit, which is not only cheaper, but it'll probably be better as well because it has streaming services. Oh, and look at that. Oh, I thought it was a blue. Okay, gray container carrier. That actually looks pretty good. But yeah, I'm not doing anything for work right now.
Right.
My mom at one point was considering me setting things up to where I could open up donations so I could get donations from you guys on both YouTube and Twitch. And I might look into doing that actually. Because I know my mom was kind of giving me the idea a couple years ago of like, hey, you're doing these streams and stuff. Why not set it up so that way people could donate to you? And I feel like that would be something I believe that some people are actually interested in, actually. Really, truck? You're not going to wait for me because I'm a big-ass semi-truck? How dare you? 36. Let me drop down to 35. I have told you that before as well. Remember? Yeah, my mom was the one who first told me a couple years ago as well. Because I'm sure so many guys would be more than happy to help support the channel and do that. And I might even get with my staff team on my FMG Discord and be like, hey, if I were to enable donations, would you guys be willing to help out to the cause? What perks would there be as well?
Get ready to turn left.
Now, obviously, the only downside of that is there is going to be trolls that may try to charge back or stuff like that too, but yeah, there probably will be trolls who will charge back, but still, it is what it is. And I will make, I probably will, if I do set up donations for the channels, I am going to make a new rule that if you charge back, you'll be banned from the stream chat as well. Like, you'll be banned from the streams, from both the YouTube and Twitch and my Discord too, because I'm not going to be sitting here and playing these games. I'm not going to sit here and play games with people who think they're funny and they want to donate and then immediately try and fucking charge back. It's just not gonna work. I'm just not gonna play that. If you never got trolled, you don't need to do that. Well, still, I'm sure some people will come in, see I have donations, they'll donate, and then after a while they'll charge back on it. I have seen it happen to other people. I've seen it happen to 5M communities too, where people will donate and then something happens, they get banned, they charge back on their donation. I meant that you don't need to worry. Yeah, I'm just saying, I just want to be open about that. And I'm wanting to warn people that if they do end up doing that, it's not going to end well. Ooh, but yeah, this engine, look at that. This truck, oh yeah, this truck works so good for that. This engine and transmission combo is so good for any car goes. I really like it. And if I wanted to, I could technically go 80 miles an hour, but I'm not going to do that just for the sake of this truck here as well, and to be realistic here. I already have a mod that lets me go above the speed limit without getting fines, even though I have fines disabled. The speed limits are just increased. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just going to be a lot better for me to stick to speeds like 70, 75. So yeah, this is a great move. This is a great truck. Great engine and transmission combo, I found, actually. I do need to screenshot what this engine is, because I do have a little mini group chat that has just me on it that I'm using. I used to use for my Upbeat Mentor stuff, but now I just use it to post random things from like my games, because it's a group chat with just me in it. It's sort of like a little private place for me to put things. It's like my own little privacy locker. Yeah, it's basically notes for things that are things for video games, for American Truck Sim, like really good transmission and engine combos, for example, or for things that I need to keep in mind. I can't remember. Hey, what up, Eli? Welcome in. How are you doing on this wonderful Tuesday?
Go straight on.
But yeah, it's just stuff like that as well. Oh, also, by the way, if you guys are interested, I was talking about this earlier, but I want to show you guys again. Check out what I'm going to be getting here in a little bit. let me open these up in new tabs. So, just came back from school. Nice. So guys, check this beauty out right here. I am getting a micro hi-fi system from my friend before she moves up to Canada. And this is the one I'm getting. It's a Sanyo GXT 969. So as you can see, it's got dual cassette decks. It can play CDs. It also has a graphic equalizer, so I can adjust the sound to how I like it. And it's also got a radio. And then up here at the very top right there, that's a record player. It looks old but in good conditions. Well, let me show you the picture. That's not the exact one I'm getting. My friend did send me a picture of what it is. Yeah, this is the one I'm getting, and it looks like it's in pretty good condition here as well. I'm just showing you these pictures right here to give you an idea for what it looks like in higher quality. But yeah, Sanyo GXT 969, double cassette deck, compact disc player, record player on top, and then radio with an EQ, so that way I can adjust it. Yeah, and this is pretty old. This device is from the late 80s to early 90s. Can you connect the phone? No, it doesn't have Bluetooth on it, unfortunately. But I don't care if I can't connect the phone to it. Because if I wanted to use... The way I'm going to be doing this, the headphone output... I'm way too young. What is that? It's a micro hi-fi system, basically. It can play cassette tapes, which is old. It can play vinyl records, and then it can also play CDs, which I'm sure you know what CDs are, Eli. Can you connect the cable? Oh, cable? As far as I know, there's no inputs into this device. Now, the way I'm planning to run it, if it works just fine, it wouldn't require anything new for me to get. I wouldn't need any other cables. I wouldn't need any other cables because this port right here, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. So this port right here, if I'm not mistaken, that is a 3.5mm headphone output, not a 1/4 inch. Not one of those 1/4 inch TRS ones. So in theory, all I would need to do in order to get this thing run through my Rodecaster and out to my modern speakers is to plug in the headphone jack into my Rodecaster. Because I do have an adapter to go from the 3.5mm headphone jack to dual 1/4 inch cables. Plug that into my Rodecaster. In theory, that audio should be able to be controlled by the EQ out of the headphones. Now, I don't know if that's how that's going to work, but I'm going to wait and see how that works. But yeah, this is a pretty nice device. I like the way this looks. Now, it looks like it's a stack system, but it's really not. Here's the back of it, by the way. So you can see, starting from the top, working our way down, we got the AM/FM antenna. You might be able to put a better one on. I might be able to put a better one on if I can find a better one. There's also RCAs, which I was initially going to use to output to my Rodecaster, but if I'm able to use the headphone output and that also uses the audio and that also uses the volume control up front, then I'll use that instead. And then we also have standard speaker terminals. And then you have a power cable on the bottom. This is a European power supply. This is not a United States one. But that's what I'm getting. Hopefully I'm getting it tomorrow. I'm still waiting to hear back from my friend on when she's going to get it up to me, but that's the unit I'm getting. Great unit. Someone is... Oh, Eli. Eli, how are we not friends on Discord before? My dad has one that looks exactly like that. Yeah, they all look pretty similar. Yeah, they all look pretty similar back in the day. A lot of them had a very similar design to one another. I'm gonna turn this a little bit. I just noticed it now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't notice that before either. But anyways, let's get back to Truckin. But yeah, that's the hi-fi I'm getting. And I did mention this earlier, but I'll mention it again for you guys who weren't here earlier. I do plan on making a full-on video in the style of Tecmone or V Westlife going over the device. The only problem is I won't be able to demonstrate any of the device, any of the stuff working. Though I will test it and I will let you know if everything works fine in the video. Well, nice. Yeah, happy birthday, Eli. Eli, I'm not gonna lie. You do not sound 14. I don't know if it's your microphone or something, but you do not sound like you're 14. You sound like more like 17 or 18 to me. It might just be your microphone, but you do not sound 14 to me. And trust me, I've come to that conclusion after being in voice chat with you a few times. How do I sound? Well, you joking? I am not joking. You do not sound like you're 14 years old. And I mean, in YTZ, can you verify that as well? Can you back me up on that? Does Eli sound like she's 14? Because to me, she does not. Is that Eli? That's the one who we've been in voice chat with before, the one who was helping me set up LSPDFR. They go by Elisa on Discord. Yeah, Elisa, yeah. You've been in voice chat with all three of us before, but can you back me up on that? Does she sound like she's 14 to you? Because to me, she does not sound like she's 14. Absolutely not. I might actually have to restart the game here because I'm getting major lag spikes. Holy crap, I am lagging hardcore right now. I mean, to be fair, I've had this game running for a couple hours now, so it might be having some issues. More like 20. We don't see lag. Yeah, I'm gonna find a spot to pull off here in a moment and restart the game. In fact, let me just stop right here, right after this thing, because something is not right with the game. It was running fine before I tapped out to show you guys the hi-fi I was getting, but now it is not. Yeah, let me restart the game real quick. Give me 1 second, everybody. I have been running the game for about 3 hours. So I'm going to quickly restart it real quick. I just played 5 hours of ATS today. Oh, some workshop mods had an update. But yeah, give me 1 second, guys. We are going to continue with this delivery momentarily. I think this will be the last one of the stream here, because I'm going to head off here pretty soon. But maybe if there's a good delivery on after that we can do after this one, we'll probably take it, but we'll at least check if there's anything good. Any like shorter deliveries. But considering I've been live for 2 hours, 52 minutes now, I think that's a good enough stream for today here. All right, we're back. Okay, OBS is just being laggy for no reason then.
Time to hit the road.
Alright, well the good news is the game... Okay, no, the game is still lagging. I think it's just... My GPU is just
Go straight on.
having a moment. Oh wait, no, it's fine now. Are you going to stream tomorrow? I don't know. Because the thing is, if my friend is bringing me that hi-fi tomorrow, I'm gonna be waiting for her to bring it up here, and then I'll probably be messing around with it all day. But after I get it, making sure everything works, so that way I can make the video. But I don't know when she's bringing it. She doesn't even know when she's bringing it either. All right, my game is running a lot better now. It's just OBS is just being stupid and lagging. Live or video? It's probably going to be a video. For a cassette deck, obviously when I'm live, I don't have any non-copyrighted cassettes or CDs or vinyl records. So it has to be in a video format because I want to be able to demonstrate features. I want to demonstrate the features of that, and it's going to take me time. I'm going to have to get my hands on some Type 1 cassette tapes, so that way I can showcase the unit, give you direct hookup samples from the unit itself. And in order for me to do that, I am going to set up my secondary camera on a tripod. Or my main camera, sorry, on a tripod. Yeah, this game is lagging hardcore all of a sudden. Why is it lagging so hard? It shouldn't be lagging this hard. Well, I think maybe it's because the game... I think it's because the game is just... I don't think it's my GPU failing. It can't be my GPU failing. Dude, is it just me because it looks terrible in the Midwest? I was driving in Chicago. Well, yeah, well, look at the map. Look at the way the frickin' map looks. Up here in the Midwest where there's like Chicago, Columbus, there's literally nothing of interest up here. The only thing that's interesting is right there. Let me turn off the game capture and see if it's the game capture. No, I think it's my GPU. If you need an editor, I can be your editor. Well, I'm gonna try editing it myself. Let me see if my GPU is being hammered. I think my GPU is just having a hard time keeping up. Video encode? No, everything is running smoothly. I think it's just is it something with my CPU? Is OBS? No, it's not OBS too. My game is lagging too. My frame rate is dropping. Even in the menus, I'm only getting 52 and 53 FPS. Yeah, it's something's up with my PC. Well, actually, now it's sort of recovering. It's sort of recovering now. I think it was just that area we were in. Yeah, I think it might have just been that area we were in, actually. 'Cause yeah, it's recovering pretty good now. Everything is normal. My CPU is only being utilized 28%. It's in the 20s for usage. My GPU is only being used 29%.
Keep right and then turn right.
But yeah, I do plan... It's going to be like simple editing. I'm not trying to do any sort of major editing of the video. I'm not going to do any sort of like major editing to the video when it's ready. I'm probably just going to... I'm going to record it at a pretty high bitrate so that way it looks good on camera. But what I'm planning on covering... if any of you guys want to help me out with this video here, I've been having trouble finding like a manual or a... I've been having trouble finding a manual or some sort of diagram or finding out general history about the device on the internet of that Sanyo model I'm getting. So if you guys are interested in helping out with this video, a good place to start would be to go online, see if you can find see if you guys can find like a manual or something about the history about it as well. I don't use ChatGPT. I don't have an account over there too, and I doubt the free model would let me use it for long enough to get all the information I need. And I would rather do the research myself instead of using AI to do it. What is the exact model? It's here, hold on, I just had it. It is, hold on, let me pull it up for you. It's a Sanyo GXT 969. Because the most I found so far in searching, I was even searching myself for like a manual or something for the unit. But I was not able to find something. Can you put it in chat? Yeah, let me do that right now. Let me go to my live streaming. Let me put this on my main screen as well. It's a Sanyo GXT 969. It's technically the 969 CD as the model number, so I'm going to put that there. So see what you guys can find. If you guys can find anything, I will credit you guys in the description of the video. But if you guys can find any sort of information about that model, maybe something about the history, or if you can find like a manual or something.
Exit right.
If you can find like a manual or something that gives me more information on the device, like roughly what year it came out, that would be a huge help for the video. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go too in depth on the history because this specific model of the came out in the late 80s, early 90s, and it was when all three formats were popular. CDs had just come out a couple years prior, and they were making pretty big waves.
Go straight on.
So hopefully you guys can find some form of information that will be useful to talk about in the video as well.
Go straight on.
Yeah, I might wrap up after finishing up this delivery because I am going to go do a little thing for my mom here before she gets home. My search is just going to be eBay pictures.
Go
Yeah,
straight on.
there's really not much information out there about the unit. Well, I'm going to probably do some research here after the stream here as well because I think I'm going to drop off this delivery and wrap up because I'm going to go probably unload the dishwasher for my mom so that way she doesn't have to do it. And then I'm also going to do some more research into this device, see if I can find out anything else that might be worth talking about in the video. Because if there is something else that's interesting that the device can do that I don't know about, then I will talk about it in the video.
Keep
You
right.
found a video?
And then turn right.
Are you going on VC after you unload the dishwasher? I don't know yet. I don't know if I'll...
Turn right.
I don't know if I will or not. We'll see though. It might take me a bit because I've been trying to look a lot. It's a test of the device. Yeah, it's like a 1 minute 6 second video. I've seen that video already, but there's nothing else really out there about that unit. There's literally nothing else
Get ready to
out
turn
there
right.
about that unit. That would be 1:49. Yeah. There's really nothing else about that
Turn right.
about the device I can
Then
find
turn
out.
left. turn left.
All right, where am I dropping this thing off at? Oh, I see. I see where I'm dropping off at. Speaker system test number 2. Rail Explorer. Why do they need lemonade? I think it's because it's too old. Well, there are a lot of devices have had their stuff. Someplace I could probably check is maybe the Internet Archive. Maybe the Internet Archive will have some information regarding this system that I could have a look at. Then when it came out, my mom was 5 or 6. Oh, did you find out when it came out exactly? All right. Yeah, did you find out when it came out, or? $1985-86. Oh, not bad. That'll be helpful for the video. Yeah, 1985. So that makes sense then. It was during the peak of cassette sales then. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I probably will be in VC, continuing to do my research. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I will probably be in VC here within the next 15 minutes or so to try and find more information out about the system. But yeah, stick around everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll probably be back tomorrow for another live stream tomorrow afternoon. Definitely not starting as early though. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.